All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, where we bring to y'all different topics, man. And it's all about helping each other, learning each other, growing from each other, and getting all of us into a better space mentally, physically. If we can get you some push-ups going, let's get some push-ups going, god dog it. But yeah, man, tonight we're talking about, is my inner me my enemy? Because a lot of times we doubt ourselves. A lot of times we have these unconditional beliefs that thinking that things are supposed to be a certain kind of way. When in all actuality, like my man KD say, you stay teachable. You stay learning. You have to keep being a learner. If you go through life thinking that your 1985 self is going to get you to a 2005 self, you out your mind. It don't work like that. That's like we can't take advice from people that's, past the age of 70. You can take some life advice, but not no advice about getting ahead to the next level because, them ideas might not be working unless them people are billionaires or millionaires or thousandaires, however you want to look at it, They can teach you something if they already ahead, but if they sitting there on the porch on the rocking chair talking about they got $1,000 check coming next month, we need to watch ourselves. But they can teach us what not to do too, so we can't say that. But we're going to keep on learning from everybody. We got to make sure everybody going to help us grow because that's what it's all about. So we don't have that enemy in our head trying to run things. But y'all know, man, we got the panel, man. We got Coach KD, Mr. Graduating. Yeah, man. We got a big time graduate in the building.
Yes, sir.
Over there looking like Denzel on the picture. You know what I'm saying? He over there got his cap and his gown on. Then we got Mr. Michael E. Michael, he usually be on the road tonight, y'all, but he said he gonna take a break, get him a little rest. You know how that go. Get everything going majorly.
Yes.
Yeah, and then y'all know we got the fashionably late Mr. Alejandro. We don't know what his name gonna be tonight, but he got a name, boy. I'm telling you, he gonna keep him a good one up in the register.
That's it.
Yeah. So, Coach, man, give me a little bit on what you think about this topic, man.
Oh man, the enemy. Is it my enemy? So what I've learned thus far is that I grow from within. It starts within. So if that's going to be my enemy, I got to attack that. So at times I could say it was. But as I grow and understand and I research, more and more I realize it don't have to be. Many times you can remember it was, but as you grow and you get better, it don't have to be your enemy because you start recognizing and realizing that you got to attack that head on and make it better. Sometimes growth requires new company, new locations, and new mindsets. Grow within first. Mr. Cliff. There you go.
There you go, Mr. Clear Cut.
Yes, sir.
Let it be known.
Let it be known. That's it, man. But yeah, this is a great topic. That inner being is my enemy, and it don't have to be. That's where I'm at with it.
All right. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Michael, what you think about this topic, man?
Well, you know me, I'm back, but I tell you, I'm not gonna start no controversy tonight. Keep it on.
I don't know, but you might have to pull the gloves out. We got Mr. Clear Cut on here. You might have to pull the jump rope or some push-ups or some wall balances or something out.
Okay, now let's see. Now, is your enemy your enemy? Now, let me break it down like I usually do. Inner just being or located within or inside, happening or occurring inside, or relating to the soul, the mind, the spirit, etc. It's a person's true or internal mind, soul, or nature. Okay? You know what an enemy is. That's one that's antagonistic to another. One seeking to injure, overthrow, or confuse. Now, we already know that our inner selves is not trying to overthrow us, but in a sense it is, because we all have different identities. And a lot of people throughout the day, you know, like you identify your father, a brother, son, uncle, you're an employee, an entrepreneur. You got a lot of things going on. In each situation, you have a different personality or a different identity. Because if you go into a job, you don't act the same way. Well, most people don't act the same on their job as they do in their personal life or around their kids. So we change up. But then there are people who get stuck in being a father, and they're in that father mentality all the time. But being a father is not who you are, because your enemy is, you have to know who you are. This is who you are really. It's like your inner self is to know who you are, know your purpose, your value, your visions, your motivations, your goals, and your belief. And that's not the person that you are on a daily basis at work. You have to actually sit down and think about who you are, where you're going in life, what you want to accomplish. And that's what you start working toward. So if you're doing anything, well, I know you're doing many things, or most of us are, and we start to get away from our inner me to get to that goal that we've set. We start letting self-doubt come in. That's also coming from within. Or we're letting what people are telling us. Because a lot of people think that if somebody say, you ain't never going to amount to nothing, you can't do that. You got to stay on your level. You can't step up that high. See, we let people tell us stuff like this, and a lot of time we start, after hearing it so long or so often, we start to believe that ourselves. And that's where our inner me becomes our enemy, because now you're listening to what other people are telling you, you're starting to believe it, and you're not doing those things, or you're letting your confidence level sink instead of rise. So you have to step out of yourself for a second, realign your mind, your body, and your spirit, and step toward what you want, and not let anybody talk you out of who you are. You have to turn your enemy into your friend, which is turning that self-doubt, turning it around and making it your companion. So you're not doubting yourself. You got confidence that's overlapping everything that can come at you. So you turn your enemy into your friend. But a lot of times, our enemy is, to an extent, our enemy.
Okay. All right.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, Mr. Clear Cut, what we have going on?
Man, I forgot the title. Hold on, look.
Oh my God.
So in the beginning, God created the heaven.
Hey man, you out of control. That boy out of control.
The way I feel,
Straight out the gate.
we're like pretty much we're our own worst enemy, anyways. I mean, we can conquer anything in life, whether or not it's thoughts, actions, but it's so much easier not to change. So
okay, I'm listening.
Like, man. Yeah, I thought I was.
Go ahead, brother. My bag. It was just funny. That was funny as hell.
It was.
But nah, pretty much like I said, we're our own worst enemy. We can be our own best friend or our own worst enemy. You don't. Well, I know one of my things is I would fail to manage my own expectations, because it's always easier to do the wrong thing or take the easy route, to go through our life. I mean, if you change your mind, you can change your life. I mean, it's always good to focus on where you've been. I want to say that was Les Brown that said, no, I'm sorry, it was TD Jakes that said, if you're gonna build something, never build where you've been or where you are. Build somewhere else, right? So I mean, that's commonly said. I have a couple of notes that I'm gonna go through, throughout the conversation. But like I said, man, I already had in my mind what I wanted to say, and then Pastor Mike just went on, and I'm he covered it. All right, cool. Let's go. But yeah, man.
Boy, y'all out of control, man. But say, man, it's all good, baby. You know it. You know it. Yeah. But yeah, man, the big challenge every day, man, is to find out who that person in the mirror is, man. So that way you don't have those issues. Because the more and more that we go through life, man, the older we get, well, I say the newer we get, let me put that way. The newer we get, we must learn new levels because we're going to a new level, age-wise, mentally-wise, body changing, doing different things. So we can't be them type of people who get stuck in that old thought process. And I just feel like, some may think that this is what my notes was saying. Say some may think that finding what to do is a problem, but what the problem is doing it. That's the biggest problem we have with ourselves, is that we always try to, damn, am I going to do it? We always self-doubting. So they go, that self-doubt is always a problem with us. Procrastination, I'm gonna do it in a few minutes, or I'm gonna do it in a little bit. But we have to get that belief system, man, going into a different direction. Right. And I had looked up some things, man. What my biggest thing that I did stick on was the placebo effect. And I talked about that the other day on my live, man, because the placebo effect is something that people need to believe into something. So it's like if I give you a sugar pill and tell you that it cures headaches, you know what I'm saying? You're going to believe it because I'm a pharmacist, or I'm a higher, somebody that you look as valuable. So we have to start looking at ourselves as the most valuable person in this world, because you will never be in competition with anyone but yourself. Stop looking outside. I just feel like we can't look outside looking at people's cars, looking at people's houses, looking at people's wardrobe, because we get caught up in these so materialistic things. Oh, I don't have. When you don't even understand, you get them books together, you get to reading, you're going to see you're the smartest person in your circle. Yeah. And then when that happens, you got to get a bigger circle. You got to get a better circle. Let me say not a bigger circle, because circles need to be small and, impactful.
Right. That's the big thing. Impactful. How does it impact you? Where does it impact you? Where is it leading you? Where is it guiding you? Because your circle is important. Where you spend your time at is important. Because that's one thing I had to do, change my people, places, and things. A lot of things about my life I had to change. A lot of places that I went, I had to stop going, and what I do with my time is valuable. I understand today that my time is valuable. So what I do with my time is important to where I'm going and where I can lead myself, So I have to allot time, set aside time for self-evaluation, and that's where my development come in, personal development come in, because I've set aside time to see myself, view myself, not how others see me, I can't go that route yet. I have to understand what I see. What do I see when I look in the mirror? And that way I know where to attack and what to do with it, thinking of different ways. And that's where coming in, and I'm glad you shared that before, Keith, listen to different motivational speakers, and I find myself doing that more lately, because at one point I thought I had arrived. So that's how that old picture of my graduation came in mind on yesterday, because I was like, man, remember where you were, when you was real happy when you got this, when you received this degree, which was in 2014. You sat on it 2 years. Now you're getting a chance to actually use it. Mm-hmm. Have you forgotten about where you are, where you're going, your goal? Have you forgotten that? You merely existed. You got in your own way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was in my own way.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So I had to retrieve a picture in my phone and like, man, you know what? You worked hard for that.
Right.
You worked hard to get that degree, and you sat on it. And now if a way has been made for you to use it, celebrate yourself. It's okay. Celebrate yourself. That's what I had to learn. I'm going to celebrate myself regardless of anybody else do. Yeah, thank you for the congratulations to everybody congratulating me, but it was for me in the moment because I had been in my own way for so long, and now I've been blessed with being able to use it. Remember that. Remember that nobody can take away what you learn. Remain teachable and be a lifelong learner. Like Alejandro down there, I know he a good cook. I ain't got there to eat it yet, bro, but I'm coming.
Yeah.
And I know that you can learn more to cook better, to cook more meals, because you're a content creator. You might make up another meal tomorrow. On tomorrow, you may make another meal, so that's where I'm at with it, man. That inner me, we can't get in our own way, and we oftentimes do.
Yes.
Pretty much how to separate the two.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can say that my enemy was my enemy because my biggest enemy was my ego.
Ooh.
And that, and not trying to preach, but I know in Romans 7:21 and 22, it says, although I want to do good, evil is right there with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much what it is. I mean, I can see myself doing certain things, but it's like, it's just as easy to, just say, whatever, forget it and just go about and do what my old self would do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when I used to, be in church or when I used to do gospel music, I had a song that was called My Enemy is the Enemy, pretty much just like define everything that I used to do. Like, that would just come so easy because it's always easy to do wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. To pick up something, put it in my pocket or put it in my backpack. Yeah, that'll be easy. I mean, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do.
That's what I was saying. Yes.
As well.
Yeah. I like that.
How you switch it up?
I had learned that in when I was doing health and wellness class, and that's what was the big saying was that what's easy to do is easy not to do.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's big, man. And this is what I take this quote right here, man, and I apply it every day. It says, if you learn to live like no one else, later you can live like no one else.
Wow.
So that's why I'm always doing the opposite of what lately, let me say that. Before I would follow the crowd, I was going with the crowd. But then when I found out who I was, I'm always trying to be a person that's on a higher level than me.
Right.
I'm copying the right cats. Let me say that. Because, we don't know it all. But once we coming from a dark place, we do have to find a light that's going to take us to some, that's going to take us to a better place.
Yeah. That destiny we talked about last week.
Yeah.
That destiny, man. We got to know where it's at. Get connected to it. Link up to it. Hook up to it. You want to know your purpose so you can go in the right direction. But see, it's so, like you said, it's so easy. We've been going in the wrong direction for so long, or I ain't gonna say so long, so many times. How about that?
Yeah.
Right. So many times. Because sometimes it only been for 2 years, maybe a couple of months. But a lot of the times you can remember when you've been going in the wrong direction. But now when you know how to research and you know how to do better, you learn to do better, you got to do better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other day when I was working out, I was thinking about all day what I'm going to do when I get off work. I'm going to go home. I got this plan in my head. And this is one of the things that made me think about this inner me being my enemy. Because I'm like, all right, I'm going to go work out like I used to work out. And that's a problem a lot of us men, especially as we get older. When we used to do stuff like boxing or running track, like you got dudes out there, I can beat you in 100 yards and then pull a hamstring because you ain't stretching. Started working out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 50 jumping jacks, 25 push-ups, 50 jumping jacks, do it 3 times, nonstop. I used to be able to do that and wouldn't even be breathing.
Yeah.
I got through the first 50. I did 20 push-ups. I did the second 50. I only did 15 push-ups.
Yeah.
I was about to pass out. I couldn't even stand
Yeah,
up.
you crawled to the camera. I saw you crawled to the camera.
That's what my enemy was lying to me. He was my enemy for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it causes confusion. Man, I nearly passed out. But that's the thing. Looking at what's going on and seeing what's for real. Because a lot of us trying to start off, if we starting something up new or restarting something that we used to do, we want to start where we left off. And that was what I did, trying to start where I left off. And damn near killed myself. I almost had to call an ambulance. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that's why you got to ease into it. But off the time, that wouldn't make us stop.
Exactly.
That's what make us stop. We bite off a little more than we can chew. I can say that about me. The last 3 times I tried to get back into it, I might have last 4 or 5 days. But I go all in, and you got to balance. So that's we're gonna have to make that a subject one day. Balance. How do we balance? Because that makes a difference.
Right.
But we always, like when you're young, you think you're invincible. I thought it ain't nothing I can't do, nothing I won't do, because I knew I was Superman. But now, I tell you, man, jumping out of planes to now, I think twice before I take 2 steps. I think about how my hip going to feel. What if I twist my ankle? I don't heal like I used to. So,
oh man,
we got to take stock and see what's really going on with ourselves, and we could make the adjustments to move further. Otherwise, we're going to keep going in reverse.
And I'll go as far as to say it's not even about making adjustments. It's just minor tweaks that you need in certain areas. Because it's kind of like if you walk a path in your yard every day, right? I mean, eventually the grass is gonna grow, but it's gonna grow slower. But it's like anybody else goes out there. It's kind of like when my dog will just run around in the backyard or whatever. You can tell the path that it's taking. So I mean, that's the same thing like dealing with yourself. And I mean, I want to say it was Winston Churchill that said, when there's no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot hurt you.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wow. That is.
That's true.
Winston Churchill.
That's what that is.
Yes.
So I got a question. Do we create that enemy that is within?
Definitely.
We create that, don't we?
Definitely.
I would say we don't. Sometimes what it is, we accept what other people tell us. That is creating that enemy within. Because
it's your subconscious, man. Your subconscious mind will bring up all of the things that you've heard in the past, and it will start feeding you in your reality.
I was just gonna
and as we already know,
the question
our personal reality is our personality.
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm saying? So whatever go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was saying going back to what he said and just to match what you said, it's already there, but certain things that you do, you're just feeding what's already there. It's kind of
right.
You have gelatinous or if fat people running your family. It's like, all right, you already know what you need to do to get away from there because you're gonna just do what you want to do, right? You're gonna eat what you want to eat. So naturally, it's just gonna grow, which is why the Bible again tells you got to renew your mind daily.
Right.
So you have to change everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's the time you done went to the Bible Bowl. I'm telling you. What's in you? You don't forget. Hey, hallelujah. He preaching. Reverend Clearcut.
Hey, you broke up.
Yeah, man.
I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, that's good though. That I do like that, man. A daily reprove, right? Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, so even when I'm driving, I can either listen to Kevin Gates or whoever, but once again, it's feeding what's already there. You have to decide what's bigger in you that you want to feed. You can continue the same thing that you've been doing, or just feed it with Napoleon Hill or just different motivational speakers.
Yeah. That's why I like what Keith be talking about. You know, I check out them people when you send it, man, or you mention it. I really go look, man, because it's some good stuff out there, man, and it broadens your mind. Like you don't have to think so much in
in that belief in your own belief system. That's what people don't. I've always, once I heard it the first time, that's why I always say it's not thinking outside the box, it's thinking outside your beliefs. You're not in a box because we don't have a box around us. So you're thinking outside of your belief system that you created for many years, that you've been programmed on, that your mama taught you, your grandmama taught you, uncles, whatever, whoever taught you. You have to always think outside of that, because you staying in that same lane is going to get you the same results.
Right. Wow.
And then that's when that inner me goes to thinking like, damn, why this not working? Because you're so comfortable in what you used to do that you don't like to get out, that you can't live, and you don't believe in that uncomfortable position. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You stay in the familiar.
Yeah, you stay in the familiar. And it's like that familiar won't get you nowhere.
Wow.
So that's why every day you wake up, you listen to some Jim Rohn or some Earl Nightingale or some, you listen to these type of people in the mornings, because that blueprint that we didn't get programmed in our minds when we were growing up, you know what I'm saying? Because that was a blueprint. These motivational speakers been out since the 40s and the 30s, man, since the 50s. So why we wasn't taught that? Because we don't want to. It's like I looked at something today, and John the Pope, he used to go pray to the black Jesus, while they're giving us the white Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of things they didn't want to empower us on, because that inner mind will go to telling you, man, you ain't nothing. You ain't this or you ain't that. And what's so crazy, that white America has programmed the rest of the world to fear the black people. Right. When in all actuality, they the only ones who hung people from trees. They the only one who's burned people's houses. They are the only ones who raped and robbed people in a mass, you know what I'm saying? Right. In the masses. So they programming us to think that they making us believe that we ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And they making the rest of the world believe that we're savages.
Right.
When they are the only savages in this whole equation of life.
Wow.
Because we didn't start none of this. We was over there singing songs and dancing. Oh, y'all too happy. Let me shut this down. It's like a Karen right now on the corner. Oh, they laughing. We gotta shut the police. They over here laughing.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta shut them, because you got some of them that still got that same mentality of, hey man, we gonna mess this whole party up for y'all. Y'all. That's when they came up with the law of 2 or more congregating on the corner.
Yeah.
Y'all dealing drugs or y'all gangbangers.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even stand on the corner with your partner no more, because now you going to jail, because they thinking y'all, it's like, come on, man, y'all can't program us no more. Now we woke on some things that we're not woke as a whole, but we woke on some things what you can and can't do to us no more.
Right.
Because we've been programmed. They programmed the whole world to let them know that we the bad people. In all actuality, that's like this right here. When you're in school or when you're around negative people, you always got that one person who's gonna talk about everybody business.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because they don't have no business. They don't have a plan. They don't have a goal that's set in their mind that they trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk down on you. I'm gonna talk down on you, and I'm gonna talk down on you because I just bought me a new car, and you ain't got no car.
Good. I'm glad you said something about the plan. I want to touch base on that, man. That inner me being your enemy. To get away from that, you create a plan, right?
Right.
You create a plan. You set a goal. You write it down, of course. Set a plan. You set a goal. You write it down, and sometimes when you set that goal, something comes up. Life shows up, right?
Yeah.
You have to have some sort of intervention for it. Okay, so you have a plan, a goal, and an intervention.
Yeah.
That's what helped me. because I had a plan, and my goal was to play professional football because I was good. I know I was good, and I played since early childhood,
Right.
and then that was my goal, and my plan was to go through college and make it to the NFL, right?
Yeah.
But you have to take certain steps to do that, and I did all that. Made the grade in high school, play well, practice, lift weights, and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I had an implied intervention that I didn't really think it was an intervention. But my intervention was my dad teaching me to paint at 12 years old.
Right.
That was an implied intervention that I didn't even know was because I didn't make it, but I had something to fall back on, even with me stopping school. When I stopped going to school and I got in the workforce, I was able to start working with my hands. God-given, that's given to you.
Right.
My daddy gave it to me, taught me something early. But then I was like, you know what? I still want to teach. I still want. So I go back. I make another plan and set some more goals.
Right.
We can't never give up on it.
Yeah.
We can't let no one steal or take what is destined for us.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes at. It is a lot. It goes deep, and you just can't give up. You got to keep pressing. I go to the book, Pressing Toward the Mark. There's a mark for you.
And one more thing, I feel like we can't let people hold us accountable for being the old us.
Right.
Because a lot of people want to hold you accountable for who you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have a conversation on where you're going in life. Oh, man, that ain't happening. Nobody, man, that, here he go trying to be something. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to be something else, partner.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm trying to be something else. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of us, we get caught up in that, oh, man, what they going to think about me? That's that inner enemy. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh.
One back, always have a backup. There it go.
Yeah.
That's it, Miss Jackson. That's it, baby. And the backup better have a backup.
Yep. And that's one of those things. It's like actually a controversial statement because I remember hearing Steve Harvey talking about why have a backup plan. You go full force into one thing. You just go straight ahead as if there's nothing going to stop you. But then there's always life. Life will have you change course. So even if it's not a backup plan, you still have to reevaluate what you're doing and take a different direction sometimes because life happens. You might have money set aside and something comes up and you got to change. Take that money, put it over here, and now you ain't got money to do what you already had it planned for. Now you got to go.
What I think about what Steve Harvey said, that he's more or less like, don't let them distractions, don't let life happen and you take off and be like, you know what, I got to go for life.
And you
you stay the course in your mind. Even if, because see, a lot of people don't realize, bro, it doesn't take money to do what you're gifted at.
Woo! Come on, bro, you got to repeat that one.
It don't take money to what you're gifted at, man. You don't have to have $1 million to start your business when you're good at your business. Wow. It's like Steve Harvey found clubs that he was making people laugh at. Mm-hmm. He walked in on them nights where it may be 5 people, it may be 10 people, but he's still going to do his show. He's still going to do his show.
Right.
Regardless of life happening, Steve Harvey was sleeping in a car. What kind of life? Yeah. So that lets you know. That's why he said what he said, because life happened. He could have said, man, I ain't got nowhere to live.
Right.
So you can't say life gonna happen and then you gonna just fold.
That's right.
You gotta have your mind made up, like he said. Have your mind made up. Is that what you gonna do? Do it. Regardless of what life came to you. Don't make up an excuse. Then you're giving yourself a way out.
That's right.
That's the inner enemy that you're talking about. That's the inner enemy that you're talking about.
Yeah.
If I'd have known this part of my mindset right now 20 years ago, y'all would be seeing me on TV instead of right here doing the Mancast.
That's it. That's it.
Because you have to have that kind of mindset. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. That's like playing football with KD. If he was the running back, his mindset, I got to score a touchdown every time I touch this ball.
Mhm.
You jumping out of airplanes, I'm going to land safely every time I jump out this plane.
For sure.
Just think if life happened in the middle of the air and you just start freaking out. Oh, Lord, I'm in the air. I'm in the air.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I've had a few.
Your mindset was already set on the landing.
Yep.
So you can't say, you know, life gonna happen. That's an excuse. That's giving your, see, like the older we get, we don't want to jump off the porch no more. Just like you said, oh, I don't heal the same way. Yeah, you do. You heal one day at a time, man. You didn't never heal overnight before. It always took you one day at a time. And if you start eating the right foods and doing the right exercises, your body will heal because it's a healing mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how old you are. Now, if you break a bone, you're going to have to go to the doctor. They're going to have to reset you. But a sprained ankle, that ain't nothing but a diet, man. That ain't nothing but the right eating. We've been so programmed to eat some processed foods, eat some fried chicken and all this other stuff to where we stereotype ourselves. And we put ourselves inside of a system that they done made. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy. Come on, Leanne. Don't start. Your knees ain't bad. You got them mega knees.
You got them good knees.
Yeah,
you got them good knees.
You got to drink the damn tea, Leanne. Drink the damn tea.
You got them good knees with your hands up. We know
it. Put your hands up. Good knees, good knees. But yeah, man, it's all about our diet. It's all about the way we think. You know what I'm saying? If we think, oh man, this hurt.
Yeah.
No, man, it don't hurt. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's like if you get a paper cut on your finger, it's gonna hurt because it's healing. Mm-hmm. That's what healing is. It's like when you get in a bad breakup, you get in a bad relationship. You're healing because you hurting so bad because of the breakup. You hurting because you're healing, man. I don't care how old you is. You're gonna heal. It's gonna hurt. It might take you 2 weeks because you in your mind, oh, I got stuff to do. I can't be sitting around. That's that inner enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you done rushed the process that it's a process. The word process, it means it's a step by step. So if you got a swole up ankle, you can't say, man, I gotta go to work. Now you prolonging the process. So keep going forward, like Steve Harvey said. No, keep going forward, bro. I used to do that talk show like you used to come on now. I used to do the morning, the CEO and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It started out with me and Tamika, and then it came to me, Tamika, and some more guests.
Mm-hmm.
But then when people started letting life happen, because they had jobs, they got things to do. Me self-employed, I can come and go as I please. So it's like you got to make sure. I did that show continuously for a whole year and some months because I knew this is what I needed to be doing. This is what I needed to do. I didn't let life happen. I didn't make no excuses. Just like the Mancast, we don't make excuses. You on here every Wednesday at 8:30, regardless. If you driving, what you do, Mike?
They turn on the phone.
You turn the phone on. So you can't say that life happens. Man, life happens for you every other day when we doing the show. And you still get on. So don't have that, don't let that inner enemy beat you up.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we ain't got no life happen business. We got, hey man, I'm finna do it. Hey, it's the Mancast. It's Wednesday 8:30. Hey, baby. I'm gonna holler at everybody. Don't call my phone.
Yep.
Leave me alone. It's 8:30. Don't mess with me right now. But that's all, man. I ain't gonna take up too much time. Let y'all talk too, man. But I just want you to think about it, Mike. We all in here for you, brother. We pulling for you. We don't want no inner enemy to beat you up. I promise.
Never.
Never, never. All right, then, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
These are the reasons, there's things like that that made me think about the topic. Because I know my enemy was telling me, you can do it, you can do it. But when I did it, you tell me, see, you should have taken your time. You know you should have taken a break between sets. Hey, but the thing, it's just not overdoing it when you know you shouldn't. And I know I gotta step back, step by step, not just
process. Yeah, man.
That's all it is.
Trust the process, and you're gonna make anything in this world happen, man. I don't care who you are, what your belief system is. And a lot of us don't want to get out of our own heads, man. That's that inner enemy telling us what we can't do. Oh man, I'm gonna do it in a minute. Let me finish watching my program. Program. Let me finish getting programmed by this show that I love so much. Yeah. I love it more than I love my show more than I love me.
Right.
Yes, yes. That's for real.
Almost about overthinking and telling myself I can't do something. I had to realize I was put my mind to and stay focused. All right, now that was one of mine too. Now overthinking, being over analytical. That's why I like that song on Deliverer from Leandria Johnson and I forgot the other guy named with her, but they used to say, you know, in the song it says that you overthink and you get in your own way. You know, that was big for me, man. You know, because I had so much high expectations about athletics,
right?
You know, and once that didn't go my way, I was lost for a while, man. I was lost in this world, merely existing, man, and made some bad decisions and things like that. But you know,
because you was holding on to that mood. I didn't want to get out of the mood that I'm in because I'm getting some attention because I got other people that's in the same mood as I am.
There you go.
We're gonna get high, we're gonna drink, and we're gonna talk about this same problem for the next 5 years.
That's it. So that
I got a group of us talking about the same problem for the next 5 years.
And we keeping all of us keeping each other stuck.
Yeah. You in a group of alcoholics talking about, oh boy, I'm ready to get off of these drugs. I'm ready to stop drinking. Pass me a beer. Hey, give me some of that beer right here. Hey man, y'all ain't got no Hennessy up, man. What it look at, man? Yeah. You got a different type of alcohol or a different type of addictive person. Man, y'all ain't got no weed. Hey, brother, pass me that joint.
Yeah, walling in it.
Everybody in it. Yeah, because everybody's on that same enemy, man.
Yeah.
But they believe in that this is gonna help us get to a better place.
Right.
And all you're doing is talking yourself right in that hole. You're digging it real deep.
Digging it deep. Your strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your mind.
Bam.
Train it well. Train it well. Your strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. Train it well. That's the part I like. Train it well. That means every day, every chance you get, you got to train your mind. You got to research. You got to research the researcher. You got to remain teachable. You got to be a lifelong learner. All the stuff that we talk about, man, I'm so glad that I know it today. It's my strongest muscle. I got to train it well. Because if I don't, it'll be my worst enemy.
Bam.
Ooh, I don't have the luxury of having a negative thought.
I like that,
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't have the luxury of having a negative thought. It's out the door. It's out the window. All things positive. It's all good.
All things positive, man. Every day. Every day you gotta wake up and talk good to yourself. Cause we talk bad to ourselves, man. Oh, I'm fat. Oh, I don't look that good in this. Oh, this don't fit me right. Oh, this ain't what I was supposed. This ain't how that. It's all negative. 80%, 70 to 80% of our daily thoughts are negative thoughts.
Yes.
Every day.
It's true.
Unless you guard your ear gate, you guard your mind gate, you guard your eye gate. That's why I like the topic. I mean, I don't know if it was a topic, but I was talking about one day on a morning rant, insight over eyesight.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, because we take our insight and we just throw it out the window, but we'll look at everything in the world.
Right.
With these two things right here that ain't good for us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel my way through life. I'm a Stevie Wonder type of dude. If it don't feel right, I don't go there.
That's it.
Hey,
When I used to be the opposite, I'd be like, oh, that feel like danger. Let me run over there.
Mm-hmm.
your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Your own thoughts. Your worst enemy can't hurt you worse than your own unguarded thoughts.
True.
You're gonna hurt yourself more than your enemy can hurt you.
Boy, I tell you, for real.
That was crazy. That one got me. I was like, wow.
That was a good one, man. I like that.
Worse than that man down, the man that hate me, the one that hate me, that don't like nothing about me, can't hurt me more than I can hurt my own self.
Yeah. That's a little bit off topic, but that's just like these presidents, man. They lied to you. I love me some Donald Trump because he was so real. Man, hey, man, I got some Proud Boys over here. We gonna tear the White House up. I got FBI's on the payroll. Say, FBI, go tell him what I said to do. Now, y'all know what time it is once I get through telling him, go rush the White House, man. We're gonna get this thing cracking.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a gangster, man, that man was a straight. All that they be talking about, they gangsters and all that, man. Y'all put them little guns up, man. That man got stuff that'll kill you while you'll think it's a dog. He walk up on you, you done shot you. You done shot a poison up in you. These gangsters thinking they gangsters. Ain't no gangsters no more, man. Y'all cut that out. Y'all them the inner enemies that's walking around these city streets talking about they some thugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, if y'all go put them little guns up. And what's so crazy, they know who our really oppressors are, but they won't even touch them.
No.
I kill somebody look like me before I kill them. Type of mindset.
Yeah. Tear up your own neighborhood, but don't go in the neighborhood of the one that actually caused the problem.
Right.
Man, come on now. Come on now.
No, I don't understand it, but
that's the inner enemy.
Yeah.
That's them people telling they've been programmed by listening to the song, kill my boy, I kill that new. I kill it, boy, I kill that new.
Yeah. So let's help somebody right here. Let's help somebody right here. Okay, look here. So what we putting in, you said something about the ear gate, the eye gate, and all that earlier, right? So what's going in our heads is what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna have us react to what we hear, what we consuming, what we receiving, right?
Right.
So it's safe to say that we have to have positive thoughts to come in, and to go in, we receive positive thoughts in order for us to spread love and to be better.
It's positive information going in. Because it's not just your thoughts. You're getting your information, listen to music, you watch the news, you listen to the people talk. All this different information is going into your head. The more positive it is, the better what's positive is going to come out.
But see, that's what I'm talking about, Michael. That's when you protect all that. I don't watch the news because what they're going to talk about on the news is somebody missing, somebody got killed, it was an accident. It was nothing, but it's never going to be a positive conversation on the news.
You're right, never.
Ever. I don't even want to turn it on because somebody dead, somebody missing. They not talking about graduations. They ain't talking about KD on the news. Graduation. They ain't talking about Alejandro's accomplishment on the news.
Nope.
But they want to tell you, but they want to program y'all to keep on thinking that, hey man, this is bad out here. This is the worst place out here. When they over there living in heaven. Well, they're heaven anyway.
Yeah.
Because we keep getting programmed, man. Stop letting people program you, man. Stop letting these TV shows program you. If you want to get programmed, listen to Jim Rohn. Listen to 19 Keys. Listen to Earl Nightingale. Listen to Les Brown. It's telling you, for real, money. It's depressing to watch the news. You can't, and then people feel like, oh, I'm getting some good information.
No.
What kind of good information is people dying every day, raped every day, shooting every day? What that ain't no good information.
Nope.
It's informative if you're in that neighborhood and your child, if I'm out of town, I ain't definitely gonna watch no news.
Mm-hmm.
I know I ain't got nobody around here. Now, my kids, they homeschool, so I don't have to worry about them getting shut up because they at home.
Right.
Now, one of them in Georgia at homeschool, so she way out in Logansville in nowhere land. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and my older children, they already straight, so they already know how to maneuver and move, you know, every day. You sure right. All people of color.
Wow. Look at that part.
That part. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want us to be victims of everything, brother.
Yeah.
Y'all know who controls the airways. So why even think about that? But we don't even think about that because we so programmed to watch the news.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news. What the breaking news mean? It's some more bullshit that happened.
Yep.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Breaking news. Some bullshit. That happened again, y'all. Look at this. I'm talking about to stop your whole TV program.
Yeah.
And laughing. There you go. And they laughing. Look at these dumb boys. Look at these dumb black people again. And they laughing. But we haven't programmed ourselves. So everybody on this panel, everybody that's on this cast, or everybody that's in the audience, please program your children, your nephews, your cousins, whatever, to stop looking at that deaf. Stop listening to the deaf. Stop looking at the deaf. Or either teach them that, hey, man, don't let that inner enemy beat you all down.
Right.
I say like this right here, create a value system. Say the value means that the regard that something is held to deserve because you deserve better. You always talk about you want better, but you don't never give yourself the value to deserve better. Create the value, to create the value to deserve better. So the importance or worth of useful, you know what I'm saying, usefulness, that's what that is. We got to start creating these value systems in our people that we're gonna, that's why I love this Mancast, because we create value for y'all. We're not out here trying to exploit women, like my man Clear Cut, he'll tell you in a minute. Is we gonna talk about pimping or what?
You did say that.
Is we gonna talk about pimping or what, man?
Boy, that was so funny when he said that, boy.
Oh, Lord.
I was just thinking, like, even when Kobe Bryant died, they stopped every show that was going on to talk about that. Yeah. Even when they found it in the newspaper. And in that same article, they were talking about COVID. Like, they were talking about COVID-19, but it's like nobody was focused on that because they were looking so much, oh my gosh, Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's all about what they try to program you to like believe. Like you said, it's all depressing, like the news. Like somebody dying, somebody getting killed, somebody getting raped. Talk about this, talk about that, but it's always negative. It's rare that they sit there and like, talk about something to pick your mind. Or they talk about the lottery. So it's whatever, man. It's whack.
We'll talk about Pitbull.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mike?
Articles out here, they were talking about how the police shot somebody's pet bull because they got out the yard. Like, who cares? Yeah. It's like little senseless information. They'll never educate us, man. That's why we have to educate ourselves. That's why we have to self-develop every day, because won't nobody educate you. Them same police officers who protect and serve on their car, but they harass and just badger. They just doing the most, man. It's like, bro, come on, man. Your car say protect and serve. How you gonna protect and serve when you over asking me questions? Are you a detective or are you the police? Right. If you want to be a detective, you need to go put on that suit and tie, partner.
Yeah. Because you asking me the wrong question. Say, man, is any trouble over here? No. All right, we'll see y'all later. That's your job.
Service kind of like somebody getting a tattoo that says loyalty. That's all it is. It's just something to
a tattoo.
Face.
Just to show.
Just to show. You know, it's a crazy world, man. But we already know that part. But we just gotta, you know, make sure that we are the ones who make a difference in our lives, and our children's lives, and our family lives, so that we'll break these generational conversations. Like people always talk about curses. We're not cursed. We just talk about the same things over and over that our grandmother told us. We just talk about the same things that our mama told us. It's a conversation. It's not a curse.
That's right. Have the conversation. Have the conversation. One thing we came up with was table talk. Put it on the table.
Right.
Table talk. Put it on the table. And whatever relationship it is, whether it's partners, a man and woman, or friends, or even a boss to a worker, whatever situation you're in, have the conversation, because communication is the key. That's what's going to make the difference. Have the conversation with yourself. How about that? To know who you are within.
Yeah.
So you can change that. Don't beat yourself up. Be different today. Be different today. Be better today.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Yes.
What you got, Mike? Are you quiet?
Me? You ain't said but 2 words.
Well, there's one more. There's one more word than you. So I still win. Remember, I just wanted to win.
You're right.
Guess the person was colored. Wow. Where that's at? That must be down in the boot.
You talking about the news. Now she in Texas.
Texas. Oh.
Yeah, she over there in the country.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. Leanne, you in Dallas again? I forgot.
I like Texas, though. I'm ready to go back.
You heard, KD? Where you located?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. You out there in that state where it's like every other street is like named after a general, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they take the statue down in Carolina? They took the statue down, didn't they?
They had the inauguration today. A good old boy.
Damn.
He on Trump team.
Yeah.
Keith. He a good old boy. He sounds more southern than Trump.
Wow.
Boy, I tell you. Hey, it's all right.
Yeah, he about to raise teacher salary though. He about to raise teacher's salary.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, them good old boys do us good sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, man, but it's a beautiful thing, man. We have to every day, man. We gotta self-develop every day. Every day we have to talk positive to ourselves. Don't tell yourself that don't look right on you.
Wow.
It looks good on you.
Wow.
Step outside and let somebody else give you an opinion that really that's not valuable to you. You know, that be the thing about it. We always try to take other people's opinion
and that's all
and run with it.
Yeah, be seeking validation. We be seeking validation all the time.
Yeah. I mean, stop telling yourself that you ugly. Like, let somebody else tell you, Michael. I mean, world, like, stop it.
All right, no, I ain't ugly. My wife told me I look good.
Your wife lied.
You're supposed to. Y'all man. Wow.
Oh man.
I love this though, man. I tell you, boy.
Yes.
This is good for the growth, man. You know, I'm only better because of this platform, man. Just to bounce ideas off you guys, and then when we come up with a topic, it made me go and look a little more. You know, research a little more. That's what I like, man. So we got to keep it up, keep coming up with something different. You know? Yeah,
man. Yeah, Pella. You know, man, I always appreciate everybody, man. You know, every week 8:30, man. We're gonna do this every week at 8:30.
Yes.
We almost been on a year, y'all. February it'll be a year.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta have an anniversary show then.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do something special.
That'll work.
We're gonna get Michael to cook.
Hey!
And Alejandro gonna drive diesels.
Yeah,
Well, y'all miss.
It rolls different.
Yep.
That's it. That's it, man.
There it is. Say, man, y'all have a great evening. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's a beautiful day, baby.
Yes.
Until next week, y'all holler, man. We're gonna take care. I mean, y'all take care. We're gonna holler at y'all. I'm telling you. All right. I appreciate y'all.